Since President Biden's been president, how many non-American citizens have come into our country illegally or on the basis of a claim of asylum? You're a senior member of Homeland Security, are you not?
That's correct.
Does anybody know the number? None of you know the number. Try 8 million. Now, of that 8 million, how many were children, Mr. Morant?
I don't have that number.
You
Senator.
don't know. Does anybody know? None of you know.
Senator John Kennedy absolutely tore into a top official from Biden's DHS, and he didn't waste a second sugarcoating anything. With the border crisis spinning out of control, Kennedy came armed with hard numbers and even harder questions, and what followed was a complete unraveling of the administration's excuses. The room got uncomfortable fast as Kennedy exposed the alarming reality. Millions crossing into the country and nobody in charge seeming to have a clue. It wasn't just a grilling, it was a public dismantling of the incompetence behind one of the most pressing issues America faces right now. As official after official fumbled over basic answers, Kennedy kept pressing. He wasn't about to accept vague deflections when the stakes are this high. If the people running Homeland Security can't even tell us how many illegal immigrants have entered the country, how can anyone trust that they're protecting the border at all? This wasn't just political theater. This was a reality check on the absolute failure of Biden's immigration agenda. Let's get into it.
Since President Biden's been president, how many non-American citizens have come into our country illegally or on the basis of a claim of asylum?
Thank you, Senator. HSI, as an investigative agency, is
Do you know the number?
no, Senator.
You're a senior member of Homeland Security, are you not?
That's correct.
Does anybody know the number? None of you know the number.
It's honestly shocking how top officials can sit in front of Congress and act like they're completely unaware of the most basic data. If millions are crossing the border and no one in Homeland Security can even estimate how many are children or where they're from, what exactly are they being paid to manage?
Try 8 million. Now, of that 8 million, how many were children, Mr. Morant?
I don't have that number. Senator.
You don't know. Does anybody know? None of you know. Isn't that special? Let's assume half. Okay? 8 million is 4 Nebraskas. Right? 4 new states. Let's assume, I don't think it's as high, half of them are children. How many of those 8 million people are still here? Do any of you know?
This isn't just about policy failures, it's about real consequences. Families are being impacted, border towns are overwhelmed, and yet no one in charge seems to have answers. That kind of leadership vacuum is how crises escalate into national emergencies.
Okay. How many of those 8 million are claiming asylum? You don't know? How many of them claim asylum and don't show up for their hearing? Nobody knows? How many of them claim asylum, don't show up for the hearing, and President Biden has deported them? You don't know?
When even the simplest questions go unanswered, it's a sign something is deeply broken. Senator Kennedy didn't just reveal incompetence, he revealed a system that's lost accountability. And the American people are the ones paying the price for that silence. And here's the real takeaway. When no one at the top can answer basic questions about who's entering the country, how many are staying, or what happens after they're let in, it's not just incompetence, it's negligence. Senator Kennedy wasn't asking trick questions. He was asking what every American has a right to know. If they can't give straight answers in front of Congress, imagine what they're hiding behind the scenes. This is exactly why voices like Kennedy's matter. He speaks plainly, asks what everyone's thinking, and doesn't let the doublespeak slide. And if you appreciate that kind of truth cutting through the noise, you already know what to do. Don't forget to like and subscribe. See you next time.